Hey everybody, it's Eric, 80s Horror Man here, and I just got back from going to a convention that's near me. It's like 30 minutes away at called Sci-fi Horror Fest at Vernon Downs Hotel and Casino. I've gone every year. This year was my 5th year going, and it was a little bit tough. I'm trying to put some money aside to the event, but I managed to find a way to do so I could actually get some of the autographs and the goodies I wanted of my choosing. Also, I did upload the walk around for the convention yesterday on Friday, and it was real tough trying to do the walk around because Friday was completely packed, and that's very unusual for a Friday to be completely packed because everyone was lined up for the Terrifier cast to meet the characters from Terrifier, like David Howell Thornton, who played Art the Clown, Samantha Scafidi, who played Victoria, and Amelie McLean, who played the little pale girl. So it was a long line. It was really crowded yesterday, so whatever you see in the walk around, that's what you get. Because like I said, it was completely packed. And like I said, it was a Friday, and that was very unusual for a Friday to be that packed. So I uploaded that walk around. Also, I uploaded the panel discussions that happened today. One panel discussion for Friday the 13th parts 5 and 6, where you got the characters from those movies all in one panel. And I also did a panel discussion, well, not did a panel discussion, but I also have a panel discussion uploading for the characters for Terrifier. So please check out both of those panel discussions. If you were there at the event and you saw those panel discussions, great. But if you did not make it to these panel discussions, you could watch them right there on my YouTube channel. So I got some autographs. I picked up some Blu-rays and some goodies, and I got stuff signed on my own collection. So first, the stuff I got signed on my collection, Jason Brooks, who played Jason in the Friday the 13th fan films of Vengeance 1 and 2 and Roseblood. But he also directed a movie called The Death of Snow White, and he also does special makeup effects. So I got him and the special makeup effects artist, Naomi Miller, to sign my Blu-ray copy of The Death of Snow White. So very glad to have both of them sign this movie of mine. Next, I also got Jason Brooks to sign my Blu-ray copies of Vengeance 1 and Vengeance 2. So I'm very glad I got his signature on both of these movies. Also, I had him sign my Blu-ray copy of Diced Reloaded. He's hoping that there will be a sequel to it, and I'm hoping that there will be a sequel for it as well. So just wait and see what happens. But I also ended up bringing this to him yesterday for him to sign. And I already had him sign this movie here 3 years ago when I met him. And I figured I'd bring it in for him to sign again because I got this from Peter Anthony's eBay page, and I had Peter Anthony sign this movie before he mailed it to me. So I figured I just had to bring in my Blu-ray copy of Roseblood for Jason Brooks to sign. So I got his signature and Peter Anthony's signature on this Blu-ray. Also, at the convention, you had 4 characters from Friday 13th Part 6 that was up there because it's the 40th anniversary and reunion for that movie. So at the very first Sci-Fi Horror Fest I ended up going to in 2022, I met CJ Graham. I had him sign my Blu-ray copy of Part 6 of Friday 13th. But this time, I ended up getting Tom Matthews' signature and director Tom McLaughlin to sign my Blu-ray copy of Part 6 of Friday 13th. So I'm very glad to have their signatures now on this Blu-ray because it's my favorite one in the franchise of all time. All right, so the autographs I end up getting. And I end up getting an autograph of Amelia McLean, who played the little pale girl from Terrifier 2. Very nice girl. And she kind of said the same thing after when I said it, after I watched Terrifier 3. I'm like, where's the little pale girl? And she said the same thing, saying, I know, right? But since they are doing a 4th one, that'll be out at the end of this year, she's hoping that they'll bring her character back. So Amelia McLean plays the little pale girl from Terrifier 2. Got that signature. Also, where I end up getting an autograph from Melanie Kinnaman, who played Pam, the final girl from Part 5 of Friday the 13th, where she put to Eric, love my chainsaw. So, when I met her, she's a very, very nice woman. And she just loved and appreciated her fans appreciating her work that she did in Part 5 of Friday the 13th. So very glad to have that in my collection of autographs for Friday the 13th. I ended up getting this autograph today, where I met Darcy DeMoss, who played Nikki from Part 6 of Friday the 13th, where she plays the girl who gets her face shoved through the side of the RV, and it leaves a face imprint on the outside. She put Eric, you rock. So got her signature now. And last for the autographs I end up getting is the special makeup effects artist, Naomi Miller, who did the special makeup effects for Death of Snow White, and other movies as well, where she put, Eric, thanks so much for all your support. You're awesome. So, I got that now. So, the goodies I end up picking up, I end up picking up a couple new keychains to add to my collection. I picked up the keychains for Leprechaun, as you can see. Picked up a keychain of that. Also picked up the keychain for Terrifier 3. And I also picked up the keychain for Nightmare on Elm Street, the original, the very first one. So I got those now added to my my house keys, I should say. Also, I picked up this tumbler at the convention, and I like the design on this tumbler. It's actually pretty neat, and that's the tumbler of Terrifier, where it's like all Art the Clown on here. So as you can see, it's all Art. No Pale Girl, no Victoria, nothing. So, like I said, I thought the design was pretty cool, so I figured I'd pick it up. Also, Jason Brooks was selling some magnets at his table, and he wanted me to take a couple, which I did. One of them is a magnet to Vengeance, where it's like the lineup of the convicts, where you got Peter Anthony's picture in this one as well. And the other magnet he ended up giving me is the poster art for Vengeance, the very first one. So he was giving these away. So he just told me to take it as much as I want. So I just ended up taking like two. So I got two of these and two of the lineup with the convicts. Also, speaking of magnets, Melanie Kinnaman had some magnets at her table that she was selling. And the magnet that she had is shaped of the VHS for Friday 13th Part 5, where she ended up signing it. So I got to put that on the fridge after I'm done doing this video. Also, the local indie horror movie company, Mad Angel Films, was there. I didn't buy any Blu-rays from them this time. I ended up buying a book that they were selling. And this is actually the very first novelization from one of their movies. You could get this off of Amazon.com as well. And I was very surprised. And Matt Peters, who directed most of these films, was very surprised they decided to do one as well. And they decided to do a official novelization to Graveyard Shark. So if you have not seen Graveyard Shark, check it out. You can watch it for free on Tubi, along with some other movies from Mad Angel Films. Him and another person was talking about what other novelizations they would like to see from the movies they'd like to see get done. One was said that he would like to see the novelization of Blood Red Beach get done. And I mentioned it, saying that I would like to see the novelization of Axe Grinder 666 to be done, because that's like my favorite one there. So picked up the novelization of Graveyard Shark at his table for like $10. So I thought that was a good deal. Also, where Mr. Troma himself, Uncle Lloyd Kaufman, was there. Here, if you approach his table, he signs autographs and takes selfies with his fans for free. He does not charge for autographs or selfies at all, because he appreciates the love and support that the fans have shown and given him over the years for the Troma movies. And if you're not familiar with Troma, they kind of like do these weird, crazy, stupid ass, funny movies that's just like stupid, but just fun to watch, and you can't help but just laugh and enjoy it. And like for movies from Troma, you got like Toxic Avenger, Class of Nukem High, Sergeant Kabuki Man, NYPD, Poultrygeist, and so much more. But this is an upgrade I ended up buying as table. It's a 4K Blu-ray combo, so I had the other ones on Blu-ray, but I figured I'd get this one just to complete the collection on Blu-ray. And that's Citizen Toxic Avenger 4. So this is an upgrade from the DVD to the Blu-ray. So now I got all the Toxic Avenger movies on Blu-ray in my collection. My friend Matt from You and Your Horror Movies was there again this year as a vendor, selling whatever movies that he was selling at his table for like DVDs and Blu-rays. I saw that he was selling this one, and I was surprised because I saw this movie only once a couple years ago on YouTube, and I thought this movie was different. It was okay. It was kind of cheesy, which it kind of is a little bit cheesy, but It's fun to watch. And this was done in 1995. And the movie I'm talking about is Ice Cream Man. So if you are familiar with Ice Cream Man, not the newer one that just came in theaters, that's done by Eli Roth, because that one is not a remake to this one. It's completely different. This one has Clint Howard, who's been in so many movies. He's and it's hard to name like the movies that he's known for, because I know I saw him in like Terrifier 3, Ticks, The Dentist 2, Rock and Roll High School, and so much more. So he's just been in so many familiar movies. So right there is the cover art where you could actually feel a little bit of the blood dripping onto the Ice Cream Man's hands. And again, same cover art right there. So again, this movie is a little bit cheesy, but it's not bad, fun to watch. Okay, next, another movie I ended up buying from my friend Matt. I saw this movie a couple years ago. It was my first time seeing it, and I've heard of it, but never seen it until I watched it. And it's another recognizable movie done by Alfred Hitchcock. And no, it's not Psycho, because I already have that movie in my collection. So the other one I'm talking about is The Birds. So, yep, this is another recognizable movie done by Alfred Hitchcock. Classic. So if you're not familiar with The Birds, check it out. Another one I ended up buying at his table that he was selling. I've never heard of this movie before. Never seen it. But after reading the information, I just thought, okay, I'll give this movie a try. See how it is. And the movie I'm talking about is The Resurrected, where my friend Matt said it's from Lovecraft, H.P. Lovecraft. If you're not familiar with H.P. Lovecraft, they've done movies like Reanimator, From Beyond, Dagon, and so much more. So this movie stars Chris Sarandon, who's known for playing the vampire Jerry Dandridge in Fright Night, the original, but also played in Child's Play, Prince Humperdinck and The Princess Bride, and playing the voice of Jack Skellington in Nightmare Before Christmas. So The Resurrected, I'll have to get this one to watch, see how it is. Another one I ended up buying. This movie came out a couple years ago, and I remember people were talking about this movie, saying that this movie is actually pretty good. I've never seen it before, but this is going to be my first time watching. And the movie I'm talking about is Suitable Flesh. This movie has Heather Graham from Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me, and License to Drive, and Barbara Crampton from Reanimator, From Beyond, Chopping Mall, and Castle Freak. So, again, I'll be giving this movie a watch. I kept seeing posts on this movie when this movie came out a couple years ago. So, I'll be looking forward to giving this one a watch, see how it is. Next, another one that I ended up buying. I remember watching this movie on YouTube a couple years ago, but it's been a while since I've seen it. And I just recently watched this movie again on Tubi earlier this year. And this movie is a classic 80s horror movie. And the movie I'm talking about is Death Ship, where it's got the late, great George Kennedy and the late, great Richard Crenna, who's known for playing Colonel Troutman in the Rambo movies. So this one pretty much is about where a freighter crashes into this cruise ship where the people were having a party, and next, as soon as that freighter crashes into the cruise ship, if it ends up sinking the ship and whatever's there for survivors decide to climb aboard this freighter. But once they climb on board, it turns out that this freighter used to be a World War II Nazi torture vessel. So now they have to find a way to get off this ship or else they'll become its next victims. So right there is the original poster art for that ship. So again, you can watch this movie for free on Tubi. It's actually a pretty good one. Definitely enjoyed that one. Next, another one I ended up buying. And that my friend Matt said that this movie is actually OOP, out of print. And I was very surprised to hear him say that. And I was thinking that's weird because I did buy the first movie from him last year. So I figured I might as well buy the second one. But I have seen the third one, and the third one is not really the greatest. So I'd rather stick to the first two. And the movie I'm talking about is Poltergeist 2, The Other Side, where the spirits are still after the little girl killed Anne, and they just want to take her to the other side of the portal and have her stay there. So Poltergeist 2, The Other Side, if you're not familiar with this movie, check it out, but everyone in America is familiar with these Poltergeist movies. Another one I ended up buying, I've heard of this movie before, but I've never seen it. And this movie has the late, great Charles Bronson in it, because I saw Charles Bronson in all 5 of the Death Wish movies. And I also saw him in another movie he did called Murphy's Law. So this one I ended up picking up, will be my first time seeing as soon as I give it a watch. And that's 10 to Midnight, where he plays like a cop who is after this serial killer. So I figured, why not? I've heard of this movie, never seen it before, so I figured I might as well give this a watch to see how it is. Next, another one I ended up picking up. I remember seeing previous to this movie back in the mid-90s when I was a kid growing up. Only saw the movie once, but it's been a while since I've seen it. My parents have this movie on DVD, but my friend Matt was selling this on Blu-ray. So I figured, you know what, it's been a while since I've seen this movie. Yeah, I might as well buy it just to add it to the collection. And the movie I'm talking about is Outbreak, with Dustin Hoffman, Rene Russo, and Morgan Freeman. And about this monkey is carrying a deadly virus, and now they're trying to contain this virus that came from this monkey. So Outbreak, I know it's been a while since I've seen it, but I know it's a good movie. Next, another one that my friend Matt ended up selling. I remember seeing this movie only once, but it's been a while since I've seen it. And the movie I'm talking about is Bubba Hotep. Yeah, Bubba Hotep. You have Bruce Campbell, who is known for playing Ash in the Evil Dead movies, playing Elvis, who's at a retirement home, who has to battle this mummy that goes around sucking souls out of the elderly at a nursing home. So, been a while since I've seen this. Can't wait to get this one to watch again. But this movie is directed by Don Coscarelli, who did the Phantasm movies. And this movie also has the late, great Reggie Bannister in this movie. So, we're definitely looking forward to watching this one again. Next, another one that I ended up buying from him. Since he just recently upgraded his movie to the 4K, I figured I'd buy the Blu-ray copy of it. I remember we used to have this on tape when I was a kid. So I figured it might as well get it because it's been a while since I've seen it. And the movie I'm talking about is Body Snatchers. Now, Body Snatchers is where this family moves into the state of Alabama, and turns out they discovered that there's like a alien infestation going on at the military base, and this alien infestation is like alien tentacles that kind of like gets in through your nostrils, through your ears, through your mouth, whatever open area on your body they could find a way to get into, because once they end up I want to say digesting themselves into your body, the real you completely dissolves, and now they're like an actual duplicate of us humans. If that makes any sense to people out there who knows what I'm talking about. So Body Snatchers, there's it. Not bad of a movie. Very fun. Last for the movies I ended up buying from my friend Matt, I watched this movie on Tubi for free. And after I watched this movie for the very first time, I definitely ended up liking it, because I thought I saw this movie before, but I didn't, because I kind of got confused with another movie I ended up watching off of Amazon Prime for free called The Being. So I got confused with The Being to this movie here called Mutant, where it's got the late great Rings Hauser, who passed away, where him and his brother are vacationing, and they come to a small town, and they see the toxic chemicals are being dumped into the town's water supply, turning people into mutated zombies. And like when these zombies touch you, where they begin to smoke, like getting that burning sensation. So Mutant, very fun movie. Definitely recommend checking it out. And last for my pickups at the convention, CJ Graham, who played Jason from part 6 of Friday the 13th, was there. So I was very glad to meet him again for the third time, and got my picture taken with him. But I figured I'd buy something that he was selling at his table, and I never had this in my collection, but since I did have the hockey mask in my collection, but I was just missing one little thing to go with it that he was selling at his table. And what I'm talking about is the machete, where he actually signed it. And if you're thinking that this is a prop machete with a plastic blade, wrong. It's actually a real blade, very sharp. So try not to cut yourself with it, because it's very, very sharp. So at least now I got the machete to go with a hockey mask, in case I decided to dress up as Jason for like Halloween or something. So let's put this back in here, back into its sheath. And just wrap this back around the handle. So, yep, I was very glad to pick up the machete that CJ Graham was selling at his table. Alright guys, so that's it for my haul that I got from the convention I ended up going to, the Sci-Fi Horror Fest. I will be showing this stuff again in my end of the month haul for the month of August. Again, if you were there at the convention, and I hope you had fun, but if you weren't, you're definitely missing out, because it's always a good time. It's always fun talking to celebrities, getting autographs, getting pictures taken, buying stuff from vendors of what they have for collectibles and everything. So hopefully they'll be doing another one around next year. So let's just hope. Excuse me. So anyway, what do you guys think of the stuff that I bought from the convention? Did you guys like any of the stuff I picked up? Did you like any of the stuff I got signed out of my own personal collection? If so, please let me know in the comments down below. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Also, like and subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for some more videos. Later.